In a deeply unsettling development, Gateway Church has announced the cancellation of its annual Gateway Conference, which was scheduled to take place this September. The decision follows the shocking resignation of the church's founding pastor, Robert Morris, amid allegations that he sexually abused a minor over 3 decades ago. This announcement has sent ripples through the Christian community, leaving the congregation and leadership grappling with the implications of these grave accusations. The organizers of the Gateway Conference, a highly anticipated event that draws attendees from across the nation, made the difficult decision to cancel after what they described as much prayer and consideration. The church, based in Southlake, Texas, is currently in the midst of an intense period of reflection and healing following Morris's resignation. In a heartfelt statement, the organizers acknowledge the emotional toll that this scandal has taken on the congregation and staff, emphasizing the need to prioritize the well-being of all those affected. As we seek to navigate this season in a healthy way and in a manner that promotes healing for everyone affected, we believe it best to not hold Gateway Conference this year, the statement read. The organizers expressed deep regret for any inconvenience or disappointment caused by the cancellation and assured those who had already registered that they would receive full refunds. The church's leadership also conveyed a profound sense of sorrow for the pain inflicted not only on the survivor of Morris's alleged abuse, but also on other survivors of abuse and the wider Christian community. They expressed gratitude for the overwhelming support they have received from congregants, volunteers, and supporters during this challenging time. The allegations against Robert Morris, who founded Gateway Church in 2000, came to light in June when the church's Board of Elders issued a statement through the Christian Post. The allegations involve a woman named Cindy Clemmer, who claims that Morris abused her for about 5 years, beginning in the 1980s when she was just 12 years old. This revelation has cast a dark shadow over a church that has grown into one of the largest and most influential mega churches in the United States. Just days before his resignation, Morris admitted in a public statement to engaging in what he described as inappropriate sexual behavior with a young lady during his 20s. However, he did not name Clemmer or provide details about the extent of the abuse. This admission has raised serious questions about the church's handling of the situation and the information it had at its disposal. The Gateway Church elders have since clarified that while they were aware of Morris's past and believed he had undergone biblical restoration, they were unaware of the full extent of his actions, including the victim's young age and the duration of the abuse. The elders have expressed deep regret over their prior lack of understanding and have vowed to ensure a complete and thorough investigation. To that end, they have engaged the law firm Haynes and Boone LLP to conduct an independent review of the events that took place between 1982 and 1987. In the aftermath of these revelations, Morris's son James and his wife Bridget, who had recently assumed leadership of Gateway Church, also stepped down after a meeting with the elders. The church has since appointed the well-known Christian author and pastor Max Lucado as the interim teaching pastor as the congregation begins the difficult process of rebuilding trust and seeking healing. The cancellation of the Gateway Conference is a poignant reminder of the far-reaching consequences of the scandal for a church that has long been a beacon of faith and community. This is a moment of deep introspection and reckoning as the church navigates this challenging season. The hope remains that through transparency, accountability, and sincere efforts toward healing, it can emerge stronger and more resilient. Gateway Church has canceled this year's Gateway Conference, held annually in September, following the resignation of founding pastor Robert Morris over allegations he sexually abused a minor over 3 decades ago. Gateway Conference organizers announced Wednesday that they canceled the gathering after much prayer and consideration. Our congregation and staff are in the midst of navigating Robert Morris's resignation and the emotions surrounding it, they stated. As we seek to navigate this season in a healthy way and in a manner that promotes healing for everyone affected, we believe it best to not hold Gateway Conference this year. We are sincerely sorry for any inconvenience or disappointment this causes for those who have already registered. We will be issuing full refunds on the tickets. The organizers also stated that they were deeply sorry for the pain the situation caused the survivor, other survivors of abuse, and the church at large, and that they were overwhelmed by the love and support they've received from many of you for our congregation, volunteers, and staff who serve this church. In June, the Southlake, Texas-based megachurch's Board of Elders announced in a statement given to the Christian Post that Morris, who founded the congregation in 2000, resigned as lead pastor following allegations of sexual misconduct. Specifically, Morris was accused of abusing a woman named Cindy Clemmer back in the 1980s for about 5 years, beginning when she was only 12 years old. A couple of days before the announced resignation, Morris admitted in a statement to engaging in inappropriate sexual behavior with a young lady when he was in his 20s. However, he did not name Clemmer in his statement. The elders explained that in addition to Morris resigning, they also hired the law firm Haynes & Boone LLP in order to conduct an independent, thorough, and professional review of the report of past abuse to ensure they have a complete understanding of the events from 1982 to 1987. The Gateway elders said that while Morris told them about his past and they believed he had been biblically restored to ministry, Morris did not disclose that he had abused a 12-year-old. Regrettably, prior to Friday, June 14th, the elders did not have all the facts of the inappropriate relationship between Morris and the victim, including her age at the time and the length of the abuse. The elders' prior understanding was that Morris's extramarital relationship, which he had discussed many times throughout his ministry, was with a young lady and not abuse of a 12-year-old child, explained the elders. Even though it occurred many years before Gateway was established, as leaders of the church, they regret that they did not have the information they now have. We are heartbroken and appalled by what has come to light over the past few days, and we express our deep sympathy to the victim and her family. In July, Morris's son James and his wife Bridget stepped down as the new leaders of Gateway Church after a meeting with the elders. Popular Christian author and San Antonio-based pastor Max Lucado will serve as Gateway Church's teaching pastor on an interim basis. On February 16, 2007, Sharp, Morris's lawyer, sent a follow-up letter to Drummond indicating a desire to keep her allegations out of court. He proposed settling the matter through Christian arbitration consistent with 1 Corinthians 6, 1:18, referring to a Bible passage evangelicals often cite to argue it is immoral to sue other Christians. Sharp said he had one goal with the suggestion: I was at the time trying to reach a good resolution for everybody. Clemmer, who did not agree to the arbitration, believes the true goal had been to keep her quiet and protect Morris from the types of repercussions he has faced since she went public last month. I don't think there was any true repentance or sorrow for what happened, Clemmer said. Otherwise, she said, that would not have been the response.